Hey, welcome back, listeners. 447-6409, texting at 688-2147. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit and not switch gears in the fact that, and I think, let me get some sound here. And I think we're going to do a little more of this. We'd like to go back to some of this. We used to do this years ago. But I played the song at the wrong time, but that's all right because we'll play it again. Got in the house this morning, Mr. Matt Rhodes, and you heard one of the songs that he sings and wrote not too long ago, and it's Father's Day, and it's a beautiful song for Father's Day weekend. And first of all, Matt, thanks for coming and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
What got you in? You're an all-field guy,
Yeah.
and you've been an all-field guy for 9 or 10 years.
Yes, sir.
What got you into music?
Oh, I've been in music my whole life, basically. I started playing music late. I didn't start till I was about 17 years old, but listening to music and my whole life and enjoying it, and I finally picked up a guitar when I was 17 and got into writing and playing and all that.
All right, so you're doing this part-time,
Mm-hmm.
but I was reading in the bio, Matt, you ain't doing it too part-time because you signed with Los Angeles-based Silverstone Records.
Correct.
What does that mean? What do you do?
That means it's a little closer to not doing it part-time, but you know, there's always work to be put in, and what y'all are doing, helping me out, is definitely inching closer to that goal. So I really appreciate all the support y'all have given.
Not a problem, buddy. All right, so you signed with a record company. So that means that, do you have to produce so much? Do you have to sing so much? How does that work?
Well, we just put out this single, so I think we're going to work this and let this song get some traction and see what happens. But we have other songs, yes, that we're going to put out.
Do they require you to do so much?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
You kind of like if you don't work, you don't get paid.
Well,
If you don't produce,
that's life, huh?
I mean, you're not fortunate enough to be on salary.
No, no.
You don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah, correct.
So I think it's pretty interesting. And again, I go back to what we said earlier. And I hope you make it, and I hope you make it big, because this area is a treasure trove of musicians and authors and actors and actresses. I don't know what it is.
Always has been.
Quentin and I, we were talking about, I think it's the culture.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I mean, since I was a little kid, I remember hearing music and hearing bands and seeing it on TV, and I was like, man, that's a good band, and they're from here.
Were you, we just played some Cajun music. Were you influenced by that, by your mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa? You just like music?
I grew up stealing basically all the music around. Like, my parents had a large CD collection, so during the summer or whatever, I'd be home and I'd go through that, and I mean anything from Michael Jackson to Queen to Boy George. I mean,
damn, you run the circle.
That's it until I found my brother's record collection, and got into the '90s, to your Green Days and your Pearl Jams and all that. So I listened to a lot of different music before I actually started developing my own niche.
Is this your first recording? The one that you just did, The Daughter?
This is my first recording as a singer.
Okay.
Yes, not as a musician, no.
All right, so you've had some other recordings as musicians.
Correct. Yes.
What was that like?
Well, I was in a band called Southdown. We had some regional success around here, and that's probably the most recording I've done since this. But you know, I've always been a songwriter, and I've always played guitar and all this. But as far as putting yourself out there and just really doing your own thing, you know, it took a while to take that step, but I'm glad I did.
Who do you know, everybody kind of copies somebody. Everybody kind of mimics somebody.
Yeah.
Who do you want to follow?
That's a tough one.
Is it a conglomerate?
It definitely.
More than one person?
It's a goulash for sure. But as far as my music, I think listening to all the different genres that I have in my life, I don't sit down and think, okay, this is going to be this genre, and this is going to be, you know, this is what this is going to sound like. I just play what I feel. I play what I like to hear, you know. So it's hard to say that I'm trying to sound like this person.
No, but I mean, it's a combination.
Exactly. You
end up being yourself in the end result,
exactly.
But it's a combination of people that affected you and what you like and don't like.
Correct.
In the way of music.
Correct. It's just hard for me to pick just.
What made you just kind of work yourself into this? You know, you got a career, man. I mean, why you want to go mess with this?
Well, I've been doing music a long time. I think at first with the Southdown thing, that was the jump for me with music, because I did have a job at that time, and I didn't even know if I really wanted to get into that life. Mm-hmm. And so when I took that jump, I kind of fell in love with with playing music, writing music, and just I saw how music could affect people.
Well, I think it's signing your own record label, I think is a huge step for you.
Absolutely.
But along the way, who was your hero? Who did you look to?
Musically?
Michael Bublé?
Oh man, that's
no.
Now that you throw that out there, no. Like I said, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean,
okay, that was your guy.
Yeah, I think just emotion-wise, like when I heard him play guitar, like he didn't even have to sing, you know, and I could just feel it. And that's just really what I've tried to do with my music is just I just want that emotion, I want that feeling, I want people to feel what I'm saying. You know, that's why I write music. You know, I'll write a song that you can dance to and party to as well. But for the most part, a lot of the music I write, I want people that after they hear it, I want them to think about it and have it affect them. Listen,
we're going to take a short break on that. We got Matt Rhodes in the house this morning. We're going to play a song again. I shouldn't have played it the first time, but I did. I'm sorry. And an up-and-comer in the music industry locally here in the area, and just signed a record. And hang on, we're going to be right back here at Lagniappe 103.7, 640 AM KTIB.
From your first breath to my last, I will always be your dad. In the good times and the bad, I hope I can make you laugh. And I'll pick you up when you fall down, and I'll lift you up and spin you around, and I'll give you hugs and kisses goodnight. I hope you sleep tight, I'll sing you a lullaby. This song is for my daughter, I hope that I can still call her my baby on the day she says I do. From the winds to the water and all I ever taught her. Remember today, tomorrow and forever. You'll always be my daughter. A few blinks and now you're two. Where does the time go while I'm watching you? Now you're sweet 16, no time for daddy's home, 'cause you're chasing your dreams. And I'll just sit back and watch you grow, and there's no stopping you from where you're going. This song is for my daughter, I hope that I can still call her my baby on the day she says I do. From the winds to the water and all I ever taught her. Remember today, tomorrow and forever. You will always be my daughter. This song is for my daughter, I know that I can still call her my baby, 'cause today she said I do. From the winds to the water and all I ever taught her. I know that today, tomorrow and forever. You know I'm always out here today, tomorrow and forever. 'Cause you will always be my daughter. You will always be my daughter.
Rhodes and I was just played that song, man. That's a pretty song.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
I
it.
guess I got to ask you a question. You and I were talking during the break. You were nervous.
Me?
Now I got to ask you why you nervous sitting in front of me, and you're not nervous when you do that.
Man, that is a good question. You're a very frightening person.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm good. I'm not. You know, I'm good.
I would be, of course, I don't do what you do. I don't have the talent you have. I would be nervous as a, you know what, if I had to do what you do. So, I guess my question to you, first of all, let's go back to the song, and then I'll come back to this later. What gave you the incentive to write that? That's a pretty song.
That was a concept that was brought to me by Mike Fazy. He's a guy that I've been knowing a long time and write a lot of music.
Great guy.
With. Yeah, write a lot of music with him. And he basically had this. Man, I got this concept for this song, and he's like, I think you're the perfect guy to help me out because you have a daughter as well. And so I said yes. He's like, you want to go to Memphis and cut a track? And I haven't done it in a long time. I'm like, yeah, let's give it a shot. So we went up there and. That's what came out.
So you went to Memphis and cut that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Let's take it one step at a time. You got one recorded.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I
mean, you got. Okay,
we
you
put
got
one out. We
you
put
got
one
out.
Yeah.
You got some more recorded that are waiting.
Yes.
And you're gonna bring those out at a time that you think is the right time.
Correct.
How do you perform? And you said you were with Southdown. Used to be,
correct.
So you still perform now, locally or not so locally or what?
Not yet. You know, I'm getting a band together, but as soon as all this music was completed, the world kind of changed a little bit. So there was no playing music or getting together with anybody. So that's something that's I can't wait to get out.
I never thought of that. Yeah, that kind of set back the whole. The whole deal.
Dampened everything a little bit, but that's next. I can't wait to do that.
I tell you what, I'd like to have you on a little more often. You know, if you're available, maybe once a month for a little while.
Absolutely.
You can come in for just 15, 20 minutes. Let us know how you're doing.
Oh, I'd love
what's
that.
going on with your career, and you know, we'd be happy to listen to you. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you, it was great having you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
it.
And maybe before you leave, we can kind of schedule something. It doesn't have to be the whole hour, the whole half hour, but just pop in and say hello. And,
Absolutely.
hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's something I just released or whatever. We'd be happy to do
Oh,
that.
that's great. I
You
really
bet.
appreciate that.
Matt Rhodes, thanks for being with us. Hey, up
Thank
and
you.
comer, and you heard him here first on KTIB.